Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a spiral shirt. I've prepped the shirt like normal, and I have the shirt turned inside out. I'm also starting with the back of the shirt facing up. That's not necessary though, you can either start your spiral on the front or on the back. So I had someone contact me and ask if I could show how I spiral a size 3X shirt. So that's what I'm doing in this video. I've started with the size 3X shirt, and I'm using a pair of locking tweezers that are rubber coated. I'm finding an area just about level with the armpit of the shirt, and that's where I'm going to begin my spiral. As I turn the tweezers with one hand, I'm using my other hand to form additional folds in the shirt. For now, I'm going to go ahead and leave the tweezers in the center of the shirt just so that I have something to hold on to. You don't have to do that though, and you don't even have to use locking tweezers. You can either just start the spiral with either your fingers or a fork, a pair of hemostats, whatever you're more comfortable with. So now that I have the shirt folded, I'm going to go ahead and hold the folds in place with some rubber bands. To dye the shirt, I'm going to use a combination of rainbow type colors and black. I'm not using the full spectrum rainbow colors, I'm only going to use 4 colors. But it's pretty much going to form a rainbow on the shirt. So to start, I want to divide my shirt in half with a washable marker. And I prefer to go through the neck portion of the shirt, so I found where my tag was and drew my line starting up near the tag of the shirt and going down through the center of the spiral. Then one half of the shirt I'm going to divide into 4 sections. I'm going to leave the other half of the shirt alone. I'm going to continue my lines down the side of the shirt because I want to add these same lines to the back side of the shirt, and I think that's one of the easiest ways to have the continuity in your lines is if I continue that line down the side of the shirt, then I can just continue drawing that line when I flip the shirt over to the back and draw the same lines on the back side of the shirt. The first color that I'm going to apply is Fire Red from Dharma Trading Company. By the way, all the colors that I'm going to use on this shirt are Dharma Trading Company colors. The second color is Lemon Yellow. Like I said, I'm only going to use 4 colors to make this shirt, and it's going to form a rainbow, so I don't mind if these colors mix where they meet. I'm actually kind of hoping that that happens so that I get some of the other colors from the rainbow. So where this fire red and yellow meet, I should end up with some orange in that area. If I wanted a lot of orange, I would overlap more of the yellow onto the fire red. I just kind of want a hint of those mixed colors though. The next color is turquoise. And here again, where the turquoise meets the lemon yellow, I should have just a little bit of green formed in that area. And the last color that I'm going to use in this section is fuchsia. Where the fuchsia and the turquoise meet should form just a little bit of purple. So on the other half of the shirt, I'm going to use Raven Black from Dharma. I know one of the questions that I'm going to get asked is, could I have achieved the same thing by doing a reverse dye? And the answer to that is absolutely you can. You can reverse dye a black shirt, remove part of the color or the color from half of the shirt, and then just add the colors back in, or you can do what I've done with this shirt. I had a lot of black already mixed up, and I thought this would be a fun technique to try. So instead of starting with a black shirt and removing part of the color, I'm just starting with a white shirt and making half of the shirt black. Okay, so once I've applied all the colors to the front side of the shirt, I'm going to turn it over and apply the color to the back. Before I laid down the shirt, I took a rag and I wiped down my rack so that I wouldn't transfer colors onto another area of the shirt. Also, because of the way that I flipped this shirt, I actually reversed the colors, so if you'll notice, the fire red is now down at the bottom and the fuchsia is up at the top. So just keep that in mind when you go to apply your dye, that you remember that your colors are not exactly in the same spot. Okay, so now I'm going to set the shirt aside and I'm going to allow it to process for at least 24 hours. So to rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing it in cold water. The reason why I start rinsing in cold water is to rinse out any of the soda ash that's left in the shirt. I picked the shirt up though and held it in my hands because if you look at the water that's coming off of this shirt, it's very dark. And so until I get all of the soda ash rinsed out of the shirt, I don't want to just sit it down in the bottom of the sink because I don't want that dark water running through these bright colors. If there's still soda ash remaining in the shirt, it is possible for some of that darkness to redeposit onto the shirt. It's not really all that likely that it would happen, but it is a possibility. I've probably rinsed in the cold water long enough, so I've gone ahead and warmed the water up to hot, and I just kind of braced my shirt up against the side of my sink with the bright colors facing up. And I'm rinsing in this hot water to help flush any of the excess dye out of the shirt. But I want any of the excess dye to run through the dark part of the shirt, not through my bright colors. It won't necessarily hurt my bright colors, but I still would rather it go through the dark portion of the shirt just to make sure. Instead of just continuing to rinse for a long time though, I'm going to go ahead and untie the shirt, and I'm just going to allow the shirt to soak in hot water. So I'm going to put some hot water in my utility sink and add a little bit of Blue Dawn dish detergent. When the hot water cools off, I'm going to change out the water and continue soaking until the water is almost clear. Then I'll put the shirt into my washing machine along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent and wash it using a hot water cycle. Then after the shirt has been washed and dried, this is what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? I really like this shirt. I think it turned out looking really cool. I did end up with all the rainbow colors. There's not a whole lot of orange, but I have just a little bit of green and just a little bit of purple. There is some orange, but it's not super noticeable. But I think it looks really cool with one half of the shirt being black and the other half being the rainbow colors. I also like the fact that the black is not super solid. It does have a little bit of dimension. You can see where the different folds were in the black, and I think that looks really cool with this design. But what do you guys think? Drop me a comment down below and let me know. And I sure would appreciate it if you would like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.